Hey everybody, welcome back to another PSA reveal video with Gem Mint Masters. This is number 5 of 5 PSA reveal videos on the New Year's Special. So this one I think has, I want to say 14 cards in it. I have some pretty big cards in here. And I'll just say this too, I did not get any upcharges. So that right there tells me that some of these bigger ones probably didn't get a PSA 10, but we're gonna find out. When they did this promo, the maximum declared value was like $250 per card, when normally it's around 500. So they basically cut that number in half. So if you have something that's potentially higher value, they may upcharge you. I have not received an upcharge as of yet, so I'm always kind of curious, and actually I almost look forward to that day that I do get one, because it tells me that, man, I got a big super valuable card here. The other thing that's pretty interesting too, if you look up a card that's graded by the PSA, like the PSA code on their app or their website, there's not always a value there. So that's very interesting. It must tell you that there's either just aren't a lot of sales of that card, or they really haven't settled on a true value of it because the sales are all over the place. I really don't know, but so I just be curious to know how that process works. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into this. So we've got, I think, around 14 cards here, and then this will round out the orders for the promo. So we are officially done with our promo orders. All right, so first card we got here, we have a Jason Tatum optic red and yellow. I thought this card looked pretty solid when I sent it. So we'll see. I don't know, 9 or I don't think, I'm not sure how well this will do. I'm finding that a lot of these older cards too, they're not getting a lot of 10s, so I don't know what the case is. I had a Luka shock on the last order, and I have 2 more in this one, so I'm very curious to see kind of how those compare. But without further ado, the Tatum, and we got an 8 on it. Wow. I don't recall really seeing anything. Definitely not on the front. I mean, the front, I'm looking at it again here real quick. Front looks great. Let's see on the back. I'm definitely not seeing anything, any kind of indents or anything like that with a justify an 8. I was actually watching somebody else's reveal video. Actually, I'm seeing some kind of line right here. Let's see if I can capture that. This is going to be tough. Yep, right there. You can kind of see it's like an indent line. I definitely don't recall seeing that. But I wonder if that's what's doing it. It's like a little line that goes to about there. Sorry, the glare is kind of bad. But yeah, you can kind of see it just a little bit. So that could be it. Wow, so an 8. I was really hoping to have a 10 on that. That would be a cool card to add to the collection, but what can you do? This card here is one that I was kind of a filler card for me, to be honest. I don't know if I would have normally sent this one in. Jalen Green, I think this is like the green, white, purple. I just pulled this out of one of those clearance blasters for select. This card, Jalen Green's market has definitely fallen. So I figured, you know what? On the promo, I'll send it, see what happens. If it gets a decent grade, then maybe I'll just hang on to it. Centering on the back, you can see is a little off, but these select cards are weird. I don't know how they judge these, but I've seen some worse centering than this get 10s. So, all right, let's see. Oh, wow. Okay, we got another 8. Man, I don't really know what the deal is. Centering-wise, like, this is fine. I've seen, like I said, I've seen much worse cards. So, again, maybe I'm missing something. There's got to be something on the back, maybe. Man, that's really weird. This order, too, I don't know what the heck happened to it, but it took forever to get this thing through the system. This was the 5th order out of my 5, but it was like the 2nd one out of the 5 that I sent in. So I don't know. I was getting a little worried there, honestly, for a while. There just nothing was moving. So I don't know, something happened to it or what, but so far the grades it could be much better. But let's just keep going. Next one, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. This is a purple optic rookie. On the last order, I had a couple shock rookies, got 10s on both. I thought this one looked pretty good. So we'll see. I think it had a shot at a 10. I got a pretty good deal on it, and his market is just so high right now. I figured 9 or 10 either way. This is going to be a good card to have graded. So let's see. All right, and we got a 9 on this. I thought this card looked really good. The case is a little scratched here, but surface looked awesome. The centering looks really good in my opinion. You know, it's a little off top to bottom, but again, you know, well within the range it should be. This is a cool looking card too. So, but a 9. I was really hoping for a 10. I don't know what they saw in this one, but because I thought overall it was pretty much perfect. I don't like to crack and resub, but I'm tempted to with this one because this is like a $200 card in a 10. I think it drops off quite a bit otherwise, but that's cool. I'll take that. All right, so now we get to the Luka. Not the best experience on the last one. We got an 8. I did a little research on this after that, just to kind of better understand this card, the shock parallel. The gem rate on this overall, there's been a lot of these. I think like 8,000 have been graded. Maybe, I could be off on that. Maybe it's more like 5,000, but the gem rate was like 9%. So I don't know what it is. If there's something about this particular card where they made a decision that a gem was categorized as something. I don't know. Neither of my copies have print lines. So we'll see. But the last one on the last order looked really good. And I looked at it again. It looked really good. I got an 8. So let's see what we get here. Yep, there we go. We got another 8. I don't know what they are looking at with these because no print lines at all. And by print lines, I know there's like some very faint ones on some of these that'll go through, but this particular copy doesn't even look like it has that. And it definitely does not have the thick ones. So to get an 8 boggles my mind a bit. I'm just curious to know like what they are doing on these. But yeah, so we'll see. This is a card I was definitely really excited about. I did notice a little whiting in this bottom corner here. Let's see if you can see it. Yeah, but otherwise this card was like perfect. So I don't know what they're gonna do. I'm hoping at least a 9 on this. This is you can see it's out of 199. This is Donovan Mitchell, 2017-18 Optic Orange out of 199. So this was just such a cool one. I got a pretty good deal on it. So definitely want to get this one slabbed. That little corner, I don't know. We'll see what they do with that. But like I said, it looked perfect otherwise. Okay, so we got a 9. Such a cool looking card though. The front was immaculate. I mean, the centering is perfect. The everything about the front looked great. So I was hoping that it had a shot to overcome that little corner on the back. That's all I can really assume that took it from a 10 to a 9. But such a cool looking card. So that one's a fun one to have. So our gem pile is looking pretty light. So we'll just keep moving here. Here's another one, Trae Young. This is I think a pink hyper, same year as Luka and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I got this for like a couple bucks. I don't know if I would have sent this in. His market is pretty down. I'm not really 100% sure why either. But I figured I would just send this one in and see what happens. Right off the bat, I'm noticing like a little indent at the top of the card right here. What the heck? I do not remember seeing that. That's interesting. So now I'm a little nervous to see what this one gets. Wow, an 8. Okay. I mean, the front looks pretty solid. I didn't see anything wrong with that. So that back little issue could be the one driving this. I mean, the centering looks good. Again, off a little bit top to bottom, but the tolerance is there. And again, none of these like print line issues. So I thought this one looked good. I thought it'd be worth a shot. Starting to regret that. But again, it was a promo, so I definitely took some more chances on that. So I think this is the most 8s I've ever gotten on order. So 4 8s so far. So we'll just keep moving. This right here, I'm definitely excited about this card. This is a Victor Wembanyama, just a base prism. I opened a handful of blasters and I got 2 of these. So the other one will be coming on another order. But I had this one in time for the promo, so I sent it. I gotta say, the prism this year has looked pretty good from a quality control standpoint. The centering has been pretty on. Football and basketball, I think both, but I feel like basketball maybe a little bit better. So I was excited to send this. So let's see what we got. All right, so we got a 10. I looked this up recently, and a 10 in this is going for like $500, which blew my mind. Which again, it's interesting because technically maybe I should have gotten an upcharge for this, but I didn't. So to get this in the promo and get a 10 on it, like, I'm ecstatic on that. That's amazing. So that so far is definitely the best card in this order. I'm really excited about that one. All right, so here we go. We got another Donovan Mitchell optic. This is just the base. It's a funny story, actually. When I bought this one here, they just threw in a base optic rookie for free. So I was like, oh, okay, well, let me send that one in. Why not? It's not going for a ton. I think it's really only going for around $25, $30, which is the cost that it is to grade this. But again, I got it for free, so I figured if I didn't get what I want on this one, which I'm still happy with a 9, could offset that a little bit. But let's see. All right, cool. Yeah, we got a 10. Nice. So, yeah, so I'm definitely happy about that. That's cool. Again, a free card, so it only really cost me the $15 on the special. So I will take that all day. That is great. All right, here we go. We got another Luka shock. And from what I remember, this and that one and the other one all looked pretty much the same. Again, none of those major print lines. But so far we got 2 8s. We got an 8 in the one on this stack and then the 8 on the last order. So now this is the third one. I'm very interested to see, especially with that 9% gem rate, what this comes out. Oh, man, yeah. This is crazy. I don't know. I thought this would be such a cool card to get and get subbed and get a 10 on it. Man, they all look so clean too. Corners are perfect. Surface is perfect. None of the major print lines. Back centering a little bit off, but again, like it's a 70-30, I think is acceptable on the back when it's like 60-40 on front. I don't know what else you can do to get this card and get it in like a 9 or a 10. Because I mean, I went out and looked for really good copies of this, and I found 3 that I thought were really solid. So all 3 got 8s. That just blows my mind. I don't get it. But anyway. All right, so this next one, again, another throw-in. This is Jeremy Sohan, and I think I have 2 of his in here. I probably would have never graded these unless I felt like I wanted to just get up to my, well, I did go over the number of 10, but I figure why not try this. His market has come down a bit, but this is either like the orange flash or I think the green, white, purple. Oh, okay, we got a 9. Yeah, so that one's not gonna... I think you really got to hit a gem in this one to make it worth your while. So I don't think that one's going to do much. I don't know what was wrong with this either. Like, the centering was perfect. This one looked really good. I didn't see anything wrong on the back. You know, some of these tend to have, like, these very faint print lines on the back, but I've seen those overlooked on many occasions. I thought this looked perfect. So a little surprised, to be honest. Centering top to bottom looks good, too. But, okay. Yeah, I got a tough grader on this one, man. 8s and 9s and only 2 10s. That's crazy. All right, so this one, Anthony Richardson, I have 2 of these in here. This is the red, white, and blue. I actually opened just a handful of the value packs and got 2 of these. The centering on the front was a little suspect, I would say. So I'm curious to see what this comes out. I felt like the red, white, and blue centering was not as good as some of the other parallels, but we'll see. So we got 2 of these, and we got a 9. Okay, so if you look at the centering left to right, you can see it's definitely off. I knew it was going to be really close to being within the acceptable range. The top to bottom looks good, but I think a 9 in this makes sense. I think the other one looked pretty much identical, so we're gonna see that one in a minute here. But that's a cool card either way, and I think even in a 9, that's a pretty solid one. Should be able to turn it around. Another Sohan. This must be the Orange Flash. We'll see how they treated this one compared to that other one. But again, I thought this one looked solid. And we got a 9 also. Okay. Again, centering looked great on this. Surface looked great. Not sure what they saw, but so we've got two Sohan 9s. So check for those on the eBay store if that's somebody that you collect. All right, 2 cards left. Here we have a Ja Morant 2019-2020 Purple Prism. Got this one fairly cheap. His raw stuff is going for pretty solid numbers right now, so you can definitely get your hands on something. Ja Morant. I thought this one looked really cool, and I thought it looked really good. So I figured I would give this one a try, see what happens. And we got a 9. Okay. And if I look at this one compared to the Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, I think the centering and everything on this one's even better. So I'm a little surprised by that. I'm going to have to look over both of those because, again, I thought at least the front, like looking here again, it looks almost immaculate. So did I miss something on the back? Quick glance here. I am not seeing anything. I'll have to take a look at that one too. But man, this is a 9 heavy order. Very 9 heavy order. 2 gems so far. And then I think 11 total between these two. All right, so the last card, Anthony Richardson. Again, I think I had said this looked pretty much identical to the other one. So let's see what we got. Okay, and we got a 9. You can see the centering kind of the same. I mean, the surface looked great. Top to bottom centering looks good, but it's left to right. I guess that was enough to give it a 9. But again, decent card 9. That's such a cool looking card. Somewhat of a color match, I guess I would say. But you'll probably find these on my eBay store as well. So take a look out there for Gem Mint Masters. And I didn't end up putting anything on the back row there. I guess we got our 2 gems. Our Victor is pretty awesome. Like, I'm really excited about that one. That's a huge card. Even though it's just a base, just seeing what that's going for boggles the mind, I would say. Personally, I'm grading anything Victor that I can get my hands on, whether it's just like base rookies or anything, because just even if you're not gonna, I plan on keeping them, but if you're not gonna keep them, it doesn't make sense not to grade them because they're going for exorbitant amounts right now. So if you're looking to build up your collection and make some money, Victors are the way to go because they're cheap raw, but then graded, man. I think like a Donruss base rookie, for example, you can get it for like $15. Graded in a 10 is going for like 300. It's absurd. I just don't get it. But hey, there's some great opportunities out there to make some money and grow your collection. So, all right. So that is all I have. Could have been better results. Definitely would love to see an improvement over what we got, 5 8s. And then if we add those, that's 7. So that means there's 7 9s here. So gem rate 2 out of 14, not the best. But got some big cards here. So anyway, thanks for joining me, and until next time, we'll see you guys.